Y'all know what this is about? If not, watch part 1. After 5 months in the think tank, Dr. Gobsmackle PHD makes his return. I go back to the beginning to make my way through Cazador Canyon before making my way to Bonnie Springs to officiate the native raiders of Bonnie Village. Box a couple of young Deathclaws on my way down the road to a gunpowder farm, then on the way to Vegas where I crashed. Yeah, this is still an issue. Fought the fiends, made it to Freeside where mugging a mugger of his XP let me get the paralyzing palm perk. Made it to the strip gate when the game crashed. Talked to Victor, went back to Good Springs for the bobblehead, talked to the Big Cheese about putting the squeeze on Benny for the chip, negotiated with Benny before putting the smackdown on him, took the chip and left the building to shoot the messenger of the Legion, got the premier Disney World experience of being kidnapped to rate their new armed attraction, went out to titty punch a raider into cardiac arrest, went to Nipton where I found out what happens if you kill Vulpes before coming here, which is cool, kept going until I found a Legion ambush, and thanks to their regime-mandated skirts, it provided easy access for a surprise proctologist exam. After a few more fistings and a crash, I made it to Novak to get training from Andy and headed over to Camp Searchlight to kill some ghouls and give the Legion a taste for the waste by spilling the radioactive buckets over the camp, and watched as they all ran to embrace the glow of Adam one by one. Went out to meet the Salad King and tried to accelerate his brain cancer, but I was outfisted. Went to the basement to activate the Securitrons, bugged the Lucky 38 and leveled up to pick the Finesse perk, bartered with Chet. George tried to show me his pro speedrun strats for the artillery field, but got cold feet, which spelled his end, and which after looting his wallet, my own demise wasn't far behind. Talked to the Waco cosplayers and went to kill some ants, placing it tonight as landmine for good measure and extra XP. Gave my friendly regards to Raquel, got so much knowledge the kid went to sleep, let Janet know that she won a key to potentially get a free car from the lot. She did her own side quests along the way, despawned when I looked away, reloaded the save, but since George wasn't around to bribe her of the secret spelunking tactic, she took a mortar shell to her mortal coil. As a manner of consolidation, I did opt to take part of Janet's remains for Jack's later use. Albeit, thanks to the radiation, bodies decayed faster than my hopes and dreams do at this point, so I abused my control of reality to spawn a clone and then kill the clone. Walking away after a deed well done, I went to steal some solar panels for powering the Boomer's communal air fryer. Gave Fantastic a theoretical application of physical trauma for impersonating a doctor. Styled on the fraud's corpse, and Iggy Azalea didn't seem to miss him either. Went back to speak to Loyal and stopped to check up on Jack. Judging by the sudden shift of the corpse, he seems to appreciate his gift, but is too embarrassed to be seen with it yet. While mindlessly wandering with my AirPods in, I was snuck up on by some Legion assassins, and after using the mystic art of wind punching and then switching to Best Girl, I was gunned down mercilessly. After respawning, I used the power of the Force and copious amounts of drugs to end the thread. Found a shack, Fusro dotted Deathclaw, taught the same lesson to another one, punched some motherfuckers, raised the sails on the Dutchman, went back to the house. At the Emeritus, I finessed the receptionist to ring up Al Cappuccino, who I pickpocketed his diary from in broad daylight. No idea how he didn't feel my fat rubber fingers in his ass, maybe he's just used to that kind of thing. I go commit some terrorism in the casino by conscripting a rando to detonate the jet fuel reserves in the basement, then went back to Caccino, who forgot the art of placing his ass in the chair so I could speak with him, which rewards me with a minute-long loading screen, followed by a crash and another loading screen that ran for 12 minutes before I quit the game. After waiting about 20 minutes to start the game back up, I managed to speak to Caccino to finally finish the quest before he glitched out again, kidney punched one of the Dons and put the other on the casting couch. Looted a bit and then gambled away my chips. In the House of the Mouse, I had to go kill the Brotherhood. En route to recruit Veronica, I was targeted again by some assassins, but the Ant Army had my back as I took them on. Got into the bunker and stole the key cards while selling some loot I had on me before triggering the self-destruct and running away like a little bitch while invisible and healing like a motherfucker. Back in the Lucky 38, I was informed my patriotism levels are too low to participate in saving the president, so I had to go reroute the power in the substation, met some more assassins and opted to bamboozle them instead of fight. Stole some armor and pushed the button before dipping out. Bought as much medication as I can because you don't get as many doctor hits as me without some nose candy in your system. Jack seems to be in high spirits once again, and after finishing my preparations, it was time to start the party of the final battle. I got to challenge the Khan invaders and the game crashed. Killed them and then moved up to challenge the Centurions, but after my Securitron didn't follow me, I was unable to fight the rest, so I ran inside the dam. Go figure, the asshole now teleported in with me. Moved in, saw how the Shotgun Club became the Flame Gang in my absence, killed them all for the betrayal, got caught up in the crossfire with a few of my own kills to add, flipped the power switch, Falcon punched this guy, headed back out, crashed, went outside to watch my reinforcements clean up. Through the fire and the flames, we carried on to the final Legion outpost, challenged the outside guard to honorable fisticuffs for a while before getting the upper hand, showed the inside one the power of saying no, generally just took out the rest of them in the area before confronting the Legates. His reach extends my grasp, but one of the guards must have packed a punch his weapon to be able to nuke me like this. In the next fight, I'm able to start focusing on individual guards to keep them stunned, but Lennius himself is capable of dealing solid damage to me. And as much as I love the suit, it really feels like the stim packs that she uses automatically heal less than the ones if I were using myself. Once both guards are down, I tried to stun Lennius as well, but more with chainsaws joined in, and once I knocked them down, I had to make careful use of my remaining pharmacy to try to keep the pressure off of me, but the sniper up above was still draining my health. I was able to one-on-one the boss until his second phase when the next wave came, and once again, I was put on the back foot. Even with some friendly fire being a helpful factor, I was down to my last super stim pack as I ran into the barn, so I could start trying to thin the herd in some degree of shelter. When they were dead, I thought I had a chance to finish things, but I had to go back into the hole and loot some healing items from the enemies before I paused to hydrate before I would dehydrate. The ones with guns came rushing in, and I thought, once I deal with them, I could try to blitz Lennius, only for even more enemies to show up and I end up dying tragically. The next round isn't great. I spend too much time trying to palm strike, which gets me jumped by everyone, until I suddenly remember that I don't have to sit there and trade blows with the enemy by simply holding my arms up in front of me. In the final round, I rush Lennius, knocking him down, which lets me get some solid hits in, and I must have gotten luckier with my crits as I isolate the guards and use as many passive healing items as I can before engaging the boss once more, whiffing some hits and then vatsing him down to half as I take cover behind a rock from the sniper. Use VATS to rush them down and avoid grenades. One with a rifle shows up, so I take more drugs and run him down. The last guard tries to put himself out in the water to no avail. In the middle of their combo move, I kill the guard and manage to land at least a single paralyzing hit on Lennius, which allowed me to dash his head upon the rocks. I take his helmet, deal with one final motherfucker, level it up to take the toughness perk, delivered the terms of service to the NCR and talked down to General, spoke to Elon Musk about my continued employment, and while Dr. Gobsmackle PHD may not yet go on to single-handedly rule the Mojave with the power of science, he did manage to beat Fallout New Vegas with only the scientist's glove. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then please feel free to press the like button. Subscribe if you would like to stay tuned for more videos whenever I can find the time and energy to upload them. Thank you for my long-term viewers for sticking it out with me, as annoying as it can be, and as always, I hope you have a good one. Harshin out.